Sarah Hemingway and this is my music video presentation. First of all, I'm going to show you my music video. This first question, I related it to Goodwin's theory. The first point I picked up on was there is a relationship between the music and the visuals. First of all, my video was lip-synced. When I began editing my music video, the first thing I did was to lip-sync all of the video footage of the band line into the track against the MP3 of the track on Adobe Premiere. The second thing was it was cut to the beat. When editing my music video, I cut the rhythm of the song, Actions Not Words, which is the track I use. It's quite a fast song, so this meant I cut on the dominant beat of the song. There are parts of the song, such as the guitar part in the middle 8. This is cut at a very fast pace. Also the build up to the third verse, which has lots of fast-paced cuts. I felt this really livened the video up. The second point was that particular music genres have their own music video style and iconography. My video, well, the band isn't really heavy rock, but my video was solely live performance. In my storyboards, I planned to have a narrative story to link the lyrics to the visuals, but when I presented the rough edit to the band to get their opinion so far, we decided that the video did not need a narrative. We decided to have fast-paced cuts and close-ups of the instruments. And I got this quote from Goodwin: "It's lip-sync close-ups and the miming of playing instruments that remains at the heart of music videos, as if to assure us that the band really can kick it." There are likely to be intertextual references either to the other music videos or to films and TV texts. Well, my music video has a very apparent intertextual reference to 1960s variety shows, which bands like the Beatles might have starred on. My band kind of style themselves around the Beatles, so I decided to go for a 1960s style sort of recording of the video. I thought what was interesting was Nirvana's single In Bloom. Their video, which was released in 1991, was actually a parody of a 1960s video, so that had a link with Nirvana's video. This is my digipack, the front cover and the gatefold and the back cover. I've kept to the house style throughout my digipack. The digipack booklet and the magazine advert all have a black and white effect on it with a grey-green tint over the top. I think this helps the audience to relate and recognise the band and their image. I've used an original image that I took of the guitar on the front cover, and then 2 stills on the gatefold and the booklet. The guitar gives a flash of colour on the front cover, which I think helps catch the buyer's eye if it was on a shelf in HMV, for example.
Sorry, we just had a flying lawnmower go past. Could you just repeat that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the guitar on the front cover gives a flash of colour and would catch the eye of the buyer in somewhere like HMV if it was on the shelf. And then this is the booklet for my digipack. This is my magazine advert. I decided to keep my magazine advert really plain and simple, just for maximum effect, because I looked through the Q magazine and I found loads of examples I found that the really crowded, sort of really busy magazine adverts didn't catch my eye at all. It was the simple ones with just one image and very little text. Again, I kept with the house style of black and white image and then grey text on the advert. My band gave me some brilliant feedback on the video. I went over to their house and I showed them the video. I was really nervous as they had not seen any progress since the rough edit. So, once the band had watched the video, they all immediately wanted to watch the video again. Once we had watched it a few times, they were all really chuffed with it and said that they truthfully weren't expecting anything of that quality. I produced 2 videos to start with, one with no effect, but just black and white filters, and the second one had a filter to give the effect of an old 1960s film. I left the decision to them to choose one, and they chose the one with the film filter on. I asked them what they thought could have been improved, and if I was given more time, what would they have wanted me to have done differently. They all said that they thought the cutaways of the lights didn't really have any significance to the video itself, and I confess that the only reason I put these cutaways in was a filler because I didn't really have enough good footage for that part of the video, of the track. They said that they did like the cutaway of the disco ball though, which was a positive. Their favourite part of the video is the middle 8, where there are lots of fast cuts that flip from guitar to drums to their feet, etc. They said this part really makes the video. I'm really happy with all of their feedback that the band had given me. Most of it was really positive, but I'm glad they told me a few ways I could have improved it. The band have been brilliant to work with and have communicated with me really well. This bit's my audience feedback. The first way I went about the feedback was by producing a questionnaire on surveymonkey.com. I produced roughly 10 multiple choice questions. I put a link on my Facebook status for all of my friends to complete. I got about 10 to 15 surveys back. And that example question was, if my video came on a music video channel such as MTV, would you keep it on and watch it all the way through, or would you switch over to something better, i.e. does it engage you? The first answer was yes, it would totally engage my attention. The second one was no, I think I would turn over halfway through because I would get bored of it. I got mostly yeses, but the no's that I did get was people that don't particularly like that genre of music, which I can understand. The second way I went about the feedback was by showing friends and family the video on YouTube on my phone. I asked people to give me their truthful opinion because I could get it off my friends and family. They seemed really impressed with it at first, but again they didn't like the quick cuts of the lights, which I explained. Here's a few examples of the media technologies that I used. My iPhone was one to communicate with the band initially, send text, phone them, sort out when we were meeting. MySpace, I found the band on MySpace. I got lots of information about them and we exchanged a few messages on there. Hotmail was the main way of emailing the band to arrange times. And YouTube, well, helped me with most of my research, getting initial ideas from videos, and I uploaded my final edited video. Noon was the unique social networking site where we uploaded all our work. Google, obviously the main search engine, what helped me research everything in this project. Twitter was embedded onto my Noon page, and this was helped to illustrate my progress made through the project by updating it regularly. It also helped me to communicate with the band and my other classmates to see how they were doing. Issue was used to public Word documents which I went onto my Noon, the same with SlideShare with my PowerPoint presentations. And the 3 Microsoft programs I used were to type up all the research notes, presentation notes, and Movie Maker I produced an animatic storyboard on. And then the last technologies I used were probably the most important. Adobe Premiere on the computer and the hard drive camera. I used Adobe Premiere to upload my footage onto the timeline, which I then edited. I uploaded the track on here as well. Once I became confident with this program, I began using the filters such as black and white. I used a green colour tint to give the 1960s look I was after. I also used a filter on the finished video, which made it look quite like an old film. The hard drive was a really good tool for me because it made the initial process quick and efficient. Meant I could drag and drop my footage into a folder on the computer and delete the footage straight away so someone else could use the camera. QuickTime, the video was saved to this after it was on Adobe Premiere and then put onto YouTube. Photoshop obviously helped me to produce my digiback and my magazine advert. I was already quite familiar with Photoshop from AS. I use effects such as black and white, keep with the house style, and things like outer and inner glow on the text. And then the last technology I used was a CD player, just to play the track to the band so they could mime along to it whilst they film them. And that was all.
Sarah, no questions. Thank you very much. Thank you.